She did it again. A few more tracks, and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the gym.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the Vikings leader at quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Vikings and the Bears on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The drive starts with a completion left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, Watson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore from 8 yards out. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. 5 plays there on that drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 21 carries, 77 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, the ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look,
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dawson Knox from 6 yards away. And the Vikings have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Automatic.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the air now with Watson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Watson. That'll be caught by Anderson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. To the air yet again, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a first down throw, Watson. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Boswell for the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running off tackle with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Second and 6. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Cook again. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Watson off play action. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll dump, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And he's brought down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll drop to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. The Vikings in the hurry-up. They're hustling up to the line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Pettis now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cameron Dantzler that time breaking the pass up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Here's Watson. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite work it in. And now it's 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And this is caught. He hits more. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Chicago, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.